Hi, in this video what we're going to cover is the kind of weekly tasks that we need to do for our product just to make sure it's all on track. So what I tend to do is I block off a single day of the week to go over all the products, do this analysis of them, and this is made much faster by using tools. For example, for the sales and the profits, to see how that's performing, the keyword ranking. There's dozens and dozens of tools out there. Tools like CashCowPro, which I helped build as a co-founder. We had thousands of sellers using our tool to manage their Amazon business day to day, but it really helps so that you can see quickly, how your product's performing without having to download loads of reports from Amazon. So I strongly recommend you get a tool to do this. Okay, so the very first thing I look at, of course, is the sales for the week. And how is that product performing? What's the trend? What's the daily average sales? How does that compare to last week? How does that compare to this time last year for the same product if we've been selling it for more than a year? Is the trend increasing? Have there been any sudden changes? Are any of the days during the week suddenly very low? It's just a quick scan really to make sure everything looks okay. And sales tend to bounce around up and down anyway. One day can be 25 units, next can be 50, next day can be 30. It's a little bit random. But so what I look at really is the average across the week, the average per day, and just see if that's performing okay. It's just easier to see. Also checking the profits. There's sometimes a lot of costs that come out of that before it's actually a profit, such as advertising costs for a product, the storage costs, the refunds. Maybe there's some refunds there too. So there's Amazon FBA fees, of course. There's several different costs that come out of a particular product. What's great about the tool I use for my profit checking is it shows me all of the different fees that have come out and the final actual profit for the product. So again, I'm checking that it's performing well, the profits are doing well, it's increasing, and just really looking out for anything that's a warning sign, like a sudden drop one day or a sudden increase in refunds one day. Why is that happening? I'll investigate it. I then go through any new reviews, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 star. I want to see what people are saying about the product. Our customer service team handles getting back to reviewers daily, like morning and afternoon. We check those. We also respond to any customer emails, but I want to take a look for myself what's happened on the listing during the week so that I can see, what's trending, what's happening, what the feedback is. I then do an analysis of the pay-per-click performance. On a weekly basis, this is just a basic analysis. It's just if there's any particular keywords that are really not performing well, then maybe I'll turn them off. But overall, it's just to make sure that it's still break-even or profitable on the pay-per-click. On a monthly basis, I'll go in and I'll do a much deeper dive on the pay-per-click. But to do this every week for every product, it's very time consuming. I've got a lot of other things to do. I can't go that detailed, but I can take a look and see that the general performance is good or not. If it's not good, then we take action on fixing that. The next thing I'll look for a product is the rank. How's it performing? Some of our products are consistently number 1. Sometimes they'll drop to number 2 for a while and then go back up to number 1. Sometimes they don't drop down to position 3 or 4 and then back up to 1. Just checking why that is. It could be that there's new competition, for example. Someone's lowered their price suddenly. Someone's doing a launch or promotion on my particular niche or market too. So it is worth checking week to week, where your position is, how you're doing, how your keywords are performing, whether you're indexing for keywords, etc. I then review any customer service emails for that particular product. Again, someone else is actually replying to all of those. I'm just going in and checking that they're okay, and that the replies are adequate, and that the customers are actually happy. I like to read what people are saying about our product too, so that's what I tend to do. Even though someone else is replying to those emails, I'll still have a read because I want to know what's going on. I'll check the refund numbers, the refund percentage, and you have to be careful here. The refunds, like after Christmas, for example, let's say you sold 3,000 units in December because it's a super busy time because everybody's buying Christmas presents. What can happen in January is suddenly you get a drop in sales because it's January, no one's buying stuff, they spent all their money at Christmas, and you're only selling, say, 500 units a month of a product, but 100 of those 3,000 products people decided, I don't really like this gift, I'm going to give it back. And then now what you've got is a situation where you've got 20% refunds in January. And if your refund percentage spikes too much, Amazon can suspend your product. So that is a kind of a Christmas January effect where sales drop and refunds go up. So it is something that I watch out for at that particular time of year, and also just throughout the year, just to make sure that the refunds is as low as possible, and also checking the reason why people are refunding. What's the reason behind it? If there's an issue with the product, we need to know sooner rather than later. Sometimes it could be a bad box of a particular product. We ordered 200 boxes full of 5,000 products, and one box got damaged in transit. Amazon hasn't caught it, and a few defects are going out. Who knows? You can't make everything 100% perfect when it's handmade, for example. So sometimes there are refunds and defects. I just want to make sure that this percentage is as low as it can be and action any feedback we get as a result of refunds. Of course, we check the stock levels of the product, the inventory levels, when the last order was placed, when the next order was placed, and we cover that in the inventory video separate to this too. And also then checking the impressions, so that's how many people actually view the page. So, maybe 10,000 people look at the page, 3,000 people buy, so my conversion rate is 30%, 3,000 over 10,000. And for some products, we've got the conversion as high as 45%. So that means nearly 1 in every 2 people that just look at our product end up buying it, which is fantastic. On normal e-commerce, you're looking at 1 to 3%, and for Amazon, you're looking at 10+% is really where you should be getting, and we aim for 20 to 40% plus where possible. It takes time to optimize listings, but it does get up to those kind of numbers if you just tweak your listing over time to make it better, improve your photos, improve your keywords, etc. So that's it. There's quite a lot to do for any one product. That's why having the tools for the sales and the profits really helps, because it stops me needing to go in and download all those reports. It's just available instantly anytime. Same for refunds, etc. That's all reported into most tools. So it does save you a lot of time to pay $30 to $100 a month to have a tool to check all of this for you, and then you just look over it. And then there's additional things that I do just to make sure that we're performing well, which we covered in this video.